Hi y'all, it's Brandy, and this video is for day 4 and day 5 of the Tarot 2020 31 Days of Tarot Challenge from Ethony. You can find the list at ethony.com/blog. I believe the list is there. I've now said that twice and I haven't checked it, and I'm thinking I could be wrong. I should check these things. So I'm doing day 4 and 5 together, kind of cheating. I've seen some other people cheating as well, but you know, cheating's okay in certain situations. But I should edit that out. That's just, I feel like I want to start over, but we're just gonna go with it. So here's the thing. I have 6 children. Just let that sink in for a second. 6, like half a dozen. I have half a dozen kids and 3 dogs and a husband who does actually require attention in all the best possible ways. He, side note, tangent, life moment, in the last 3 days, he's put together, because he's amazing, he's put together 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items from IKEA. And yes, he has work, full-time work. So I'll let that sink in. I just want to give you a minute to drink your coffee, tea, or water, and think about the fact that there's 6 kids, 3 dogs, and 8 items from IKEA, and they were not all tiny, small items. One was a bed that has multiple parts, including drawers and a trundle. Yep, and he didn't complain. And he didn't drink a bottle of wine first, which I would have done, because IKEA. And, yeah. So he does require some attention for his awesomeness. And since we're going into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, one of the children just finished a science fair experiment, which, side note, my husband had to go to the liquor store for something for the experiment, although we do go to the liquor store periodically. And he was looking specifically for a bottle of wine that has a cork, because did you know nowadays you have to actually look kind of hard to find those? True story. Not a rubberized cork, but like a cork. And he didn't want to pay an arm and a leg for it. And he walked into the store and they were like, "Can we help you with anything?" And he's like, "I'm just here because my kid has a science project." That is the main reason why all of us are going to the liquor store right now. Holidays are done, science projects. Anyway, side notes are all finished. But because we're going into the weekend, I will not be able to do 4 and 5 in time, and I wanted to get them done. So I figured I would just take my glary rainy day and do 4 and 5 now. So day 4, thank you for listening to all that nonsense, is your 5 most used decks from 2010 to 2019. So my most used decks are all in my top 5. So I kind of already answered this question. My top 5 were my most used decks, and for a lot of that I didn't use much because, like I said, there's a lot of kids. And we were homeschooling up until last year. Within the last few years, there's been a divorce, a cross-country move, a remarriage, family, change of schools, a deployment, and then like a reintegration from the deployment. And all of those things mean probably less tarot. I also was working full-time, part-time, different times. So I'm just gonna say that those are in my top 5. And if you wanna see that, the video is up and we're good to go. Day 5, what has tarot taught you in the last decade? Right. You know who was fun to watch this answer? Vivi. I watched her stuff. She was fun to listen to. Okay. I'm absolutely certain you can hear me swallowing my drink because of my headphones. So, tarot, I think oracles have taught me more than tarot. Because oracles will come out with these phrases or these words that I'm not prepared for. Tarot has taught me, okay, so at a very literal level, the art history that I have learned and gone through from the 1400s to the 1600s of the art that was used to make tarot cards for the game, because I'm not sure if you know that it's a game, but it was a game. It was a story-making game. It became a source of divination as people would play the game, and then the stories would play out in certain ways. There's a huge amount of history to that. But the history and the art history, so much knowledge. And so that's a literal thing that tarot has taught me. In a more ethereal kind of feel, so I used to get a tower card or a death card, even the Fool sometimes, because the Fool is not always a positive card in some decks, and I would be like, I don't really suffer from anxiety, but I would still, part of me would forget that it's like the multiverse of superheroes. Like, excuse me while I scooch up. You know, it's not all playing out at the same time, and there's different choices will make different things happen. And time is made up. You have so much power over your time and how you use it, and getting those cards is not a foreshadowing of doom and gloom and terribleness. It's like a stop, pause button for you to really look at what's going on. So like if you get the Tower in reverse, for me, I'm like, oh, there's some stuff that I should probably change and probably look at. And almost always, I know what it is. Almost always, I'm just ignoring stuff. You know, Four of Swords is one of my favorite cards. Because on one hand, this is for me. I know that not everybody's gonna agree, which is fine. In fact, I'd love to hear what cards you've learned to like work with. Because like the Four of Swords, when I used to get it, I used to hate it. Be like, what the hell is this card? Rest and relax and go move slow or don't move ahead, and then flip it over and you've got move cautiously ahead. Like, take steps, but be careful. That's just not really my language. I'm kind of a jump in both feet kind of person. But then like Mother Angelica said that faith is having one foot on the cliff and one foot off, and knowing that if you take the other foot off, you'll be fine. And that's like the Four of Swords. Keep one foot on, but know you're gonna be okay and take a step forward. I don't know if that makes sense. I really don't. I think I'll put it another way for you. It taught me that time gives me a chance to face and overcome my fears, no matter how long it takes, and that fear of things is generally unfounded, which is a lesson that I find my children have to learn over and over again, my friends have to learn over and over again, and that I have to learn over and over again. Seems like, you know, the human condition is conquering fear. And finding acceptance. So tarot has also taught me in helping other people that acceptance and love beyond yourself is one of the hardest to do it properly. It's one of the hardest, most beautiful, most rewarding, most sacrificing, most completely debilitating and completely freeing things that you can do. And it's incredibly hard to do, especially when you're angry. And the lessons that people keep getting, they come up a lot, are to let that go. That you can't love yourself. You can't reach that plateau if you're holding on to being angry. And why are you angry? And why are you depressed? What is fueling that? Tarot has a way of getting to that. The art, the method, the interaction with people, it really, it's taught me that really those are the two main points of the human condition. And for me, that's balance. In case I lost you in all that nonsense I just said, essentially, tarot has taught me that fear, I'm just gonna put that down, fear and love in the human condition is the balance. Everyone has fear and everyone wants to love and wants love in return. True, honest to goodness kindness that is so hard to get. And I think with proper readings and proper work, because it takes work, you can reach that. And I think tarot is a fantastic tool for that. Trusting your intuition, trusting that something beyond your brain will speak what needs to be spoken, and not overthinking what's in front of you. Those are things that tarot has taught me as well. I don't know, it's like I'm constantly learning things, like, I don't know. I think the people have an effect as well. I think I've learned a lot about people through the archetypes of tarot. I don't know if that makes sense. It makes sense to my brain. Anyway, this video is too long because I rambled on. But I hope that makes sense. I hope that's what I've learned. I hope there's inspiration in tarot for you. And I hope you're enjoying your 2020. And I don't know how to finish the video, so I'm just gonna finish it. Bye! I'll see you on day 6. Day 6. This was 4 and 5. Oh my god, I can't keep track. Anyway. Bye, y'all.